Hey there, this is Wake Angel 2001 reporting to you from my living room couch because I felt like a change of venue. So, today as I was heading out for work, I was heading down to commute to the train when I saw the mail carrier had just arrived, and she stepped off of her truck with a big old box that had Big Bad Toy Store tape on it. Now I know that I'm the only person in my building who actually orders stuff from Big Bad Toy Store, so I immediately ran up to her and asked if it was for my apartment, and she did indeed confirm. So, this can only be one thing, and we're gonna open it up, and it's gonna be in there, and it's gonna be so cool, and I'm gonna be so happy because I've been waiting such a long time for this! Alright, that Big Bad Toy Store paper tape. Despite the fact that it's made out of paper, it's so hard to get through. How is that still there? Oh, Big Bad Toy Store, you and your indestructible... You want to make darn sure that nobody gets into your boxes until they are ready. What the... How am I not cutting through this? Yeesh! What the heck did I use to make that? Monofilament wire? Oh, it's even more glorious than I could possibly have imagined. Oh my god. It's Victorion! On the front, you have this really cool box art. Ah, that's so cool. And on the back, you have an actual picture of it. Ah! Although hilariously... I don't know, they use the helicopters for the legs and the cars for the arms, which, I don't know, it seems like kind of backwards for your promotional image, but I don't care because it's Victorion. Look at how cool it is! Oh, we're gonna have some fun with this. Okay, with a will to survive, forged in the unstable environment of the Sea of Rust, the Rust Renegades combine to form Victorion. A relentless, resourceful combiner who always finds a way to bring down her targets. Consisting of Pyromagna, Dust Up, Jumpstream, Skyburst, Stormclash, and the Rust Dust. Oh, this is gonna be so epic! My all-female combiner team. Alright, let's get it out of the package and get a nice look at everything. So, real quick, let's just take a look at what else comes in the package besides the toys. First off is this really cool poster featuring Victorion all glamming it up, all in her gestalty goodness, along with pictures of everybody driving by in vehicle mode. Although I don't really see Rust Dust. Nope, I don't see her down there. Is she lost in a dust cloud somewhere? Did you guys kick up so much dust that you blocked a little member of your team? That's kind of sucky of you guys. She also comes with this really nice trading card featuring the same image of Victorion, although this one doesn't have the team driving in their vehicle modes. And yes, it's this is like really high quality, good plastic, nice and glossy, very good. Which makes it extremely confusing as to why they included what might be the worst instruction sheet I've ever seen. It's just this one stupid piece of paper which folds in half. And I cannot stress how bad this instruction sheet is. The images are so tiny, it's almost impossible to see some of the details in the steps. I honestly couldn't read some of this and had to guess or look up tutorials online. And then, to make it worse, in the part of the instructions that talks about making the combination mode, they only have instructions on how to turn Dust Up and Jumpstream into arms, and Stormclash and Skyburst into legs. They don't have instructions on how to do them the other way. So that's something you just have to know. Like, if you hadn't bought any other combiner figures, and this is your first time, then you're going to have to look up instructions because they literally don't include them. I can't believe that they would botch the instruction sheet so badly. I mean, maybe this is already like a really nice gifted box set kind of thing. Maybe splurge just a little bit for an instruction sheet printed a bit larger. I mean, or maybe just include the individual sheets printed larger. I mean, you don't even really need the specific characters. Just give us reprints of the instruction sheets from the individual releases. What, you can't pack 6 pieces of paper in your box? That's just incredibly sucky. These instructions suck. Boo on the instructions. This was terrible. I mean, this required so little effort to fix, and you couldn't go through that. So, you suck. Okay, that said, let's finally take a look at the toys themselves. So, Team Victorion is packed in vehicle mode, so vehicle mode is where I will begin. First with this little group shot, we see we got Pyromagna, based off of the Hotspot mold. Stormclash and Skyburst are both Alpha Bravo repaints. And then we got Dust Up, based off of the Breakdown mold. And Jump Stream, based off of the Dead End mold. And finally, we got Little Rust Dust, made out of the Groove mold. These were pretty good choices. Like, if you had to use any of the molds twice for symmetry's sake, I'm glad it was the Alpha Bravo mold, because Alpha Bravo is probably my favorite of the Combiner Wars. And out of the 3 major torsos, like, not counting Skylinks because he came out after this, I say that was a pretty good choice to use the Hotspot mold, because in my opinion, the 3 main molds, they each have their strengths and their weaknesses. Like Silverbolt, his plain mode is really weak because of all the underkibble. His robot mode is better, but his best mode is the Superion Torso mode. It's probably the best looking out of all of them. Then you have the Motor Master mold, which is also used to make Optimus Prime and, leader of the Stunticons. His truck is damn near perfect, but then again, it's a big semi-truck. Hasbro's not going to mess that up. So he has the best truck mode. His robot mode is a little bit weird looking, kind of He-Man-ish, but it still looks pretty cool. And out of the 3 Combiner torsos, his is probably kind of the weirdest, with the really wide hips and the square body. But good old Hotspot, he pretty much nails all 3. Like, his truck mode probably doesn't look as nice as Motor Masters, but he has a much better looking and proportioned robot mode, which is probably the best robot mode of the 3. And then he has a really good looking combined torso mode. Not quite as nice as Superion's, but still pretty good. So you have the best robot with number 2 in the other 2 categories. So on averaged out, I think Hotspot kind of wins out in the best of the Central Voyagers. So I'm really happy that it got used for Victorion. As for the rest, like I said, I'm glad that if any of them was going to get used twice, I'm glad it was the helicopter. Although I would have liked to get a jet on the team, because, the Combiner jets look kind of cool. It would have been nice to have one of them. As for the 2 Stunticon cars, okay, at least they didn't use the same car twice, but I'm really kind of upset that they didn't use the Rook mold. Because, Rook was really cool. He's like a he's a big armored 6-wheeled vehicle. He looked pretty awesome. And I always kind of figured that they were going to use it, because remember a long time ago I was talking about another female group on the Transformers, like this one. I'll just show you the picture. Yeah, like, she would have been perfect to make the Rook mold with. So you could have had her made for this team, and then later on you could have also had her made, as a toy using the Rook mold. It would have been perfect. Well, whatever. And then of course we have Little Rust Dust here, based off of the Groove mold. She looks nice. She's a little motorcycle. I'm happy I have it. It's a cute little motorcycle. Okay, so let's take a look at them individually and get really in-depth here.